Okay. All right. So we are going to do a quick power 45 session. So instead of a full power hour where we're working this business for an hour, we are going to be real super intentional on how to move your business forward in 45 minutes. I want you guys to be able to use this PowerPoint and go back to it. If you ever feel yourself getting stuck or feeling like, okay, what do I need to do in my business? What moves the needle forward? You can bring up this little Power 45, play it, and get some work done. So, the first thing I want to talk about really quick is what moves the needle forward. Oh no, something's wrong with my page. Darn, we'll get it fixed in a second. But this is something, and I don't know, Shauna, if you've heard this or anyone else that's watching, do the activities that moves the needle forward, right? And you're like, as a new coach, especially, it's like, what the flip moves the needle forward? Like, what does that even mean? I know I've heard it in so many different trainings, and I've like would listen to all these videos and search. I'm like, okay, what am I missing? What am I not doing that's like making me grow? Like, help teach me. And I'm going to give it to you plain and straight right here. This business activity tracker we have in our back office. Personally, I don't use it. In the beginning, I did because this taught me what moves the needle forward and what helps you get your business going. But I broke it down even a little further for you guys and what each piece of our vital behaviors, what I believe it actually does. So the first part is being proof of the product's work out, drink your Shakeology, and you're sharing that on social media. So this when you do this, when you show up on social media every single day, when you're sharing in your stories your life, so like not just your workouts, not just your kids, but a combination of everything, you are building trust with your audience and you are building your storefront. So this is you saying, hey, I'm here, I'm open to talk, I'm open for business, and you start to develop that trust with the people that are following you. The second part is connect, invite, and follow up. Then I broke that down to intentional, expanding, connecting, and inviting. And what this does and how this moves the needle forward is it's building your income. When you expand your network, connect with people, invite and follow up, that directly correlates to the income in your pocket because you can't just show up on social media and not talk to people and build your income. It's going to be very, very, very hard to do that. You can't just make a post and have people like 50 people sign up. You might get a couple here and there. But I can say with confidence, 3.5 years in this business, that this is where the income producing activities are when you are having conversations with people and intentional conversations. The third part is getting people results, which is contributing to your challenge group, recognizing achievement, responding to coaches and customers. So treating your people well. This is also like running groups and providing ongoing support. And how this moves the needle forward is it builds your lifers, the people that are going to turn into coaches, and it builds retention. So you're not just showing up on social media, blast messaging people and signing them up to make a paycheck. You are taking on these people and you are treating them with high quality customer service. You are responding to their messages within a good amount of time. I don't expect you guys to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I tell all of my people straight up, if I do not respond to you within 1 to 2 days, please send me a second message because I'm human. I'm one person running this business, now two. I just hired on an assistant 3.5 years later, but it's usually me responding to my messages. So if I don't respond, please send a second one because I am a human and I mess up sometimes, but I do my best to respond within 1 to 2 days. And that helps with building that retention, which, and again, is going to help you with your income. That also helps people that feel like they can just be in this community forever eventually turn into coaches. The last part is personal development. And I think this is one that is like really easy to skip over. But this one I think is the most important. The first and the last, I think, are super crucial because this builds you and your confidence. When you show up on social media and when you show up into your conversations and your challenge group with confidence, everyone starts to feed off of that. People want to join a working coach that isn't going to leave them high and dry, that has confidence in the programs and products, and that has confidence in them. So that doesn't come naturally. Like I was not naturally this confident in the very beginning. You have to do the work first and the personal development growth behind it. So, podcasts, books, whatever that looks like for you, you have to figure out what you need in order to grow and make that a priority every single day. And I hope this is a little bit of personal growth for you guys too. So, with that little plug, we are going to get started and get to work. So, I'm going to set a timer. We've got 4 things we're focusing on today. We're going to do 5 minutes, 10, 10, and 10. This one, I'm going to make it super quick because I tend to do my social media posts in the very beginning of the day. So, if you have not created a post to add to your feed, whether you're using Facebook or Instagram, you can go ahead and use that 5 minutes right now to do that, whether it's a workout picture, family picture, whatever. I am going to be adding to my stories because that I already made a couple posts today. So I'm going to be adding to my stories. And then I just have a couple ideas for you guys on what you can do when you're on social media. Asking questions is really good because when you ask a question, people naturally want to respond. So find a way to ask questions. Eye catching captions. So whether you're talking in your stories or you are showing your workout video, think of like things that are eye catching and that makes people want to keep watching. So I often will put my workout clips up and I'll have like 3 or 4 of them in a row. And the first one I'll say, here's the thing, dot, 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 and I don't say anything. They have to go to the next one. And then I'll say, 3.5 years ago, when I was getting ready for work before I started these programs, I used to feel like this, dot, dot, dot. And then it's like, okay, what is she talking about? And they have to keep tapping. And then I will share a story that way. I often will do that with my posts too. I try my best to focus on the person on the other end, use language like you instead of me. Like, have you ever felt this way? Have you ever stepped on the scale in the morning and wanted to chuck it out the window? Like so many different ways that you can engage people in your social media. And you can also do a call to action. If you haven't done a call to action yet, as far as like any groups or opportunities that you're inviting to, go ahead and do that now. I also highly recommend if you haven't talked in your stories at all, you use this 5 minutes to talk in your stories. It is very important. Again, this is to build trust with people that are following you, to show up and talk in front of the camera. It is so awkward at first, so awkward, but just let it roll. Let people see the real you because that is where people can really get to know you and trust you and know you're just not like a robot on the other end posting a bunch of graphics. So if you need to turn your camera off, to do this, to talk in your stories, I'm actually going to talk in my stories a little bit and then do a call to action. Um, do that. And I will set my timer for 5 minutes and then we'll move on. I can hear my kids yelling outside. That's fun. Okay. Hope they're not beating each other. Okay. All right. And we're off. Okay, that was 5 minutes. I just talked in my stories the whole time. Hello, Shauna. Okay, so if you want to go to my stories, you don't have to do it now, but after I kind of just did it. How do you add those captions on your post so people know what they're about to be watching? Is that like the post on like your feed or your stories?
On your feed, like when you do your reels.
Oh, like a reel. Okay, so you go to create a reel, like the words, like if you have like words that are changing or whatnot. Okay, thank you. That helps. I'm like, hello, my children. Since I moved my desk around, hi. I see them right here. Okay, so I have a video up. You add it. So like you're doing a reel and then you see the little text. Is this what you're talking about? Where you say like, hey there, and then say, how are you? I don't know. I'm not very creative. Like this. And then you just move the little thing right here. So you can sit, like show like how long that's gonna stay up for. Like that. Is that kind of what you're looking for? Or like the actual caption of like the sound? Because that I don't know.
No, I think that's what I was
Okay.
talking about.
Yeah. So if you use like the words up here, okay, enough, go. Like the type up here, and then you click on it, you can um go down to the bottom and like adjust how long that text displays for.
I gotcha. Yeah, because you like on your page, I'm just looking at it right now. Like you've got the one with you and Brooke where it says like what does it take to be successful, but like you don't really see that on your actual video basically. It's like just
Oh, the cover photo.
yes. I
Yes.
think
Okay. Yeah, that is I make that in Canva. I can even send you the template. Let me send that to our group actually. Let me see if I can. I'm going to make a copy though. Make a copy. And I just like upload one of my pictures and then put whatever words I want on it. And then before I post, you can like edit. Like there's a little button at the bottom. I think that says like edit um cover photo. And then you can upload any cover photo that you want.
nice. Okay.
Yes, good question. Okay, let's see if I can share this. Share. Okay, I'm gonna for this. You can let me know if this works. There we go. Okay. Yay, good question. Thank you. I love when we can just like talk about these things in the moment and like, I don't know, it's so much better than like a chat sometimes. All right. So the next one is we'll do 10 minutes of expanding. I'll set my little timer. And we don't have to, we're going to end up going an hour. I'm trying to do 45 minutes. Oh, wait, we might do 45 minutes. Okay. So expanding your network. You can do this on Facebook or Instagram, whatever works for you. I've been doing a lot on Instagram and then I kind of dabble on Facebook here and there and go back and forth between the two. But I mainly use Instagram. I don't know why. I do. I like it. I enjoy it. So ways that you can do this if you're on Facebook, local groups are amazing, or pages that you're on and add people, friends of friends. I basically just like friend request people that I feel like I would get along with. Maybe it's like our local mom church group, or it's like we have like a Lake Country family page. Like I'll add people from there. Or like friends of friends, like I sometimes will add them as well if like one of my friends makes a post and I comment on it and I see a couple other people are commenting and I'm like, oh my gosh, we would totally vibe. Like if it's like a funny mom meme or something, I'll add them. I'd shoot for like maybe about like 5 to 10 people to expand your network. And then Instagram, similar but a little different. Instead of pages, you're going to accounts. So I like to go to smaller local accounts because I like having a local community. So again, like friends of friends or like local coffee shops, local like mom things. But there's so many places that have Instagram pages where you can follow people that again look like there's someone that you would talk with, hang out with, and figure out what your niche is and who where they hang out on social media. Um, you can also like add new followers, and if they're like if they have the little red ring around their profile, that means they're active and adding to their stories. Those are like my favorite pages to expand with because you can also connect if you watch their stories and like give them a little heart or thumbs up. Or usually I say words because I have people that will just like clap at my stories and I'm like, "Hi, who are you?" Like I'll usually say something to try to begin a conversation, so then you're expanding and connecting kind of all in one. Um, like and comment on their posts and then ask questions, because when you start to ask more questions, again, people naturally want to respond. The other thing, I think I was going to say one more thing. Oh, discovering your niche. This comes with time, where outside of this, start figuring out like who is the person that you want to serve. And this is my example. And again, I've spent 3.5 years doing this. So I've really been able to develop this over the years and it's still developing and changing. But I really feel like my niche is within the weight loss community and specifically like Weight Watchers community because I was a Weight Watchers member for 2 years. I had a lot of weight to lose. I did not want to exercise. So I feel like I relate to people that want to lose weight and follow a nutrition plan that also allows for freedom. So I feel like I have that deeper connection with those people because I've used the program. I know kind of what their goals are and their intentions are. And I also know that once I layered in these programs and products and Beachbody and the workouts and Shakeology, my results like tenfolded. Like I went beyond where I thought I could go. I thought I was forever going to be at a plateau of like 160, 170 for the rest of my life. And as soon as I added in the at home fitness piece with our shakes and energize, like it just took my results to the next level. So I feel like I also have a tool that can support women in this community because they're already working on their nutrition. They already have goals, whether it's like extreme weight loss or a little bit of weight loss. And I know that I can provide them that second half of the formula, which is the fitness. So, again, that has taken me a long time to develop. But when you are figuring out what your niche is, you need to get that specific. And a really good place to start is think about, how did you get signed up? Like, what were your goals before? What were you doing? What were some of your doubts? What were some of the things that you've tried? And those are the women that, or men, the women or men that you're really going to connect with on social media. So then it comes down to figuring out, okay, where do those people hang out? How do I find these accounts? And how do I, start engaging and connecting with them so that I can show them this new solution that they can add to their toolkit. Okay. So I'll set my timer. We're going to shoot for expanding your network. Let's do like 5 or 10 people at least. And if you have questions, just put them in the chat. Okay, that was 10 minutes. All right, we're at the 45 mark. I know we took some time to talk a little bit. um, but we'll go to the next one. And we'll do 5 and 5 minutes with these next ones. This is intentionally connecting with followers. So I always go in and I kind of go back and forth on who I'm connecting with, but I'll connect with new followers, new story watchers, new comments or likes on a recent post. So you can kind of choose which one you want to start with. I think I'm going to start with recent followers because I have a couple new followers that I don't think I've touched base with yet. Actually, I have a lot. Hello. So and that also helps me kind of clear up my followers. So if there's any fake accounts or like random dude accounts that don't need to be on my page, I just remove them. Super simple. And then the people that I feel like that I could potentially work with or have a relationship and a conversation with, I just shoot them a message. These are the templates that I use. And I don't say, hey girl. I try to say like, hey Marissa, hey Katie, like use their name if they have it, or I'll go to their page real quick to see if they have their name. And I keep it super simple. Like, thank you for following my page. I hope it's okay. I follow back. Thank you for checking out my stories. I would love to connect with you more. Or if I see like they're like a mom, I'll say like, oh, you are a mom like me. We got to stick together. How old are your kiddos? Because I feel like moms just we love to talk about our babies. So um let's do 5 minutes of this for time's sake, and we can get out of here in less than an hour. Okay, that was super quick. I try to do these like 10, 10, 10 minutes, but sometimes when I'm expanding, I'm already connecting anyway, just naturally. And I actually found a lady that's like looks super funny and she lives in Wisconsin. And I just shot her a message. I'm like, oh my God, what? Like, oh, she just seems like she would be a blast. Okay. So the last thing we're gonna do is invite people. Okay, so this I usually have a list for, but not always. It helps goal, I would say 3 to 5 a day. Something that you can stay consistent with. It doesn't need to be 20 a day or 50 a day. You could even do batch inviting, which I feel like I do a lot depending on what I'm doing in my business and what I need to work on. I will sometimes invite 10 to 20 people in a day and then not invite for a couple days and then follow up with those people while I'm still having conversations and connecting and expanding with others. My motto is mass connect, intentionally invite. But it's still something I know that like inviting is literally this is like the direct income producing activity. I just had a girl very recently that I invited a day late and she messaged me and she's like, I'm so sad. I was hoping that you would reach out. I just signed up with someone else last night and it like shattered my heart, but also her and I have talked and I'm like, you know what, let's just stay in touch. Like we can cheer each other on. But that was like a wake up call for me. Like invite. If you feel it in your gut, invite. And if the conversation is going well, just ask. And if they're watching, like it doesn't hurt. So these are a couple of examples. Again, I tweak. I these are just like templates that I have, but every day I am changing this. Depending on every conversation, I will look back at what we said before. I'll ask them questions like, how is your son doing? Or how was your vacation? Like, hey, I also, I'm going to be bold. I wanted to see if what I do, if you've seen my, stories and posts, um, want to know if you wanted some information. Is it something you'd like to learn more about? Either way works for me. I don't know. That's just how I talk. I always say like either way, because I don't want people to feel like it has to be a yes or I'll be mad. And yeah, the next important thing too, we're not going to do today, but is following up and going back to messages where you have invited people because it doesn't end here. Like if you invited somebody and they didn't respond to you, 9 times out of 10, shit hit the fan and they didn't get to your message, or they were driving, or they were on a date night, or I don't know, they were doing something. So I'll always send like a little follow up, say like, hey, like, I hope you got my last message, or I hope I wasn't too forward. Let me know what you think. Honestly, totally cool either way. I'll say like I never know I love unless I ask, and the response I get from people is like 9.9 times out of 10, like very kind, and something happened and they meant to reply and they just didn't. But we are going to take 5 minutes to do shoot out some invites. Another really important thing too is while you are doing this, people might start responding to you right away if they're on social media. Like if you send a connection message or an invite, they'll respond. And our reaction is to go back and respond and like focus on that. I want you to use a timer or something to keep you on track for these 5 to 10 minutes and then go back to that conversation. That way you're getting your work done and literally you can move on with the rest of your day. If you do this every single day, 10 to 5 minute cracks, connect, expand, invite, follow up, connect, and the post on your social media, like that is going to move your business forward and move the needle forward. And it doesn't need to be in one chunk like this. It can be while you're going to the bathroom or something. That's what I used to do when I was working full time. I'd take my phone and like send a couple invites and then like go back to work. But this is just kind of laying that foundation for you so you guys kind of know like what you need to do in a day and what you need to do each and every day or Monday through Friday, whatever works for you. So we'll do 5 minutes and then we will hop off. Okay. That is it. Power 45. I mean, it ended up being about an hour with a little extra chatting and stuff. I apologize for that. I try to be good with my time. But this was fun. And my goal is I have a little schedule that I will be sharing. I'm planning on doing a Power 45 Power Hour work session every week in August so that we can hop on for more accountability. They don't all have to be this structured, but my plan is to kind of go through this, maybe change it up. Maybe sometimes we'll just share what our top three to dos are, set some timers, get some work done, close up, and move on with our day. I actually feel so freaking good. And I want you to know that this is really what it takes, you guys. This is what it takes is this consistency, along with what I talked about earlier, which is those other needle moving activities, which is your journey, using your products, showing up on social media, the people that are with you already that are joining you, serving them well, supporting them, loving them, and then the personal development. Because don't you feel so good? Like after I do this and get work done, I feel good. And that's because you are honoring your commitment and you are proving to yourself, oh, I said I would do this. Now I've done it. That just like ups your confidence meter. Every time you do what you and say what you mean, like you're just building confidence with yourself. You're going to show up different, and that is going to bleed over into your business. So, with that, I'm going to share this recording so you guys can go back and do this at any time. Do it in the cracks of your day. And if you have any questions, you can put them in our team page. And that's the end of that. Hope you have a good rest of your day. I am going to stop this recording.